Welcome, welcome. Hi, J.R. Ritchie. You want to come to Las Vegas with me? 1,000 Pine Points for you for being here first, according to my records. I want to thank the head office in Wichita, Kansas, for keeping track of all the subs, the Pine Points, and so forth. I got a crew of about, 56? I have on full-time staff, keeping track of comments and Pine Points, and so you're being watched. I have about an hour to kill, so I thought I would do a video on YouTube channels, comparing, contrasting, ranking, and so forth, using some basic statistics. And there's a website, I don't know, YouTubers are aware of this, but for those of you who are not YouTubers, it's called Social Blade, and it has stats on different YouTube channels. For example, views, total uploads, total views, daily average views, and so forth. And so you can get a good sense of how a YouTube channel is doing based on these basic stats. And so what I did is I made a spreadsheet today, just like in the last 45 minutes, and I put in basically off the top of my head all the YouTube channels I've either talked about or aware of, and I'm sure I'm missing a whole bunch. And I just basically divide them up into atheist versus Christian. And let's see, I guess if there's a YouTube channel, if you're a Christian, if there's a YouTube channel that you really like and you think is really doing well, tag me in the live stream chat, and I'll try to maybe put the data in here today and see how it compares. And same with atheist channels. I know I'm missing a whole ton. I don't watch atheist channels, so at least not very often. And so I'm sure I'm missing a whole bunch of atheist channels, but I think I got the big ones. Yeah, Andrew Thopel, I'm missing Vice Rhino. I definitely have Apologia. I even missed Prophet of Zod. But here's what I did. I basically have the channel name, and I have whether they're Christian or atheist. I have the number of subscribers, the daily views, average daily views, number of uploads, total views, daily views per sub. Now, I think the daily views per sub is an important metric. I put a note here. It's a measure of how loyal the subs are or how many non-subs watch. Because what's the use of having, I shouldn't say it that way. I think when your views per sub is high, I think that tells you you're not just preaching to the choir, right? If you have 10 subscribers and you're constantly putting out content, but you only have 10 subs, but you get like 100 views every day from your content, that tells you that people who are not your subs are watching, because otherwise you'd have 10 views per day instead of 100. So the higher the percentage of daily views per sub, the more it's likely that you're getting views from non-subs, unless the subs are watching like 5 times in a row. But that can happen. But and then views per video, that's just like pure unadulterated power, like how many views you get per video. But let's say you do really well in views per video, but you are only producing one video every 3 months. If you're trying to make money, I'm not trying to make money from YouTube. I really am not. I have a pretty good job. I don't need money from YouTube. But if you're trying to make a living off YouTube and help pay bills and so forth, you got to make a decision if you want to have put out a ton of quantity and have your views per video go down, or just really work hard and make that really nice video, that one video, and you spend so much time and effort on it, and perfect editing, perfect music, perfect visuals. You do everything perfectly, but you only do that once in a while. You might be better off. This is a sort of a business thing now. You might be better off not being as good in your editing, in your perfection of content. In other words, you might it's better to shoot for 90% goodness rather than a 99 or 100, because that extra work and time you put in for that, squeezing out that extra 5 to 10% of goodness might not be worth it. And I see this in the business world often, that that you'll see people who are perfectionists and they just can't produce because it's never good enough for them to get it out the door. And if you are a YouTuber who's a perfectionist, you're not going to make money. You're really not, because you won't be able to get things out the door. You'll say, oh, I got to change this, I got to change that. So I always shoot for like maybe 80% good or something like that. But okay, so that's views per video. Views per video per sub, I think, is actually pretty good, because that normalizes to not only how many views you get per video, but how often you produce videos. And then I made another column here called average percent. So that's the I made the daily views per sub as a percentage of subs, and I put the views per video per sub as a percentage of subs, and I averaged those. And to me, this number is an overall good metric of how good your YouTube channel is in terms of quality and impacting not just the choir, but people who might disagree with you and so forth. So let's see. Adam says, most inventors and new entrepreneurs make that mistake. The product doesn't need to be perfect to start selling. Yeah, that's exactly right, Adam. That's why you'll see highly intelligent, very talented people unable to have a YouTube channel because they just can't finish it. They just can't do it. And they're paralyzed by their knowledge. They're paralyzed by their talent. You can be so talented that it paralyzes you because your standard is just so high, you just can't do anything. So anyhow, so for example, let's look at views per sub. And this is one I'm proud of. So I'm just going to sort this descending. Oh, this way. There we go. And you probably can see this here. So I actually, in the last 45 minutes, I couldn't find a YouTuber that beat me in views per sub. So I'm at 50%, almost at 50% views per sub. So if average daily views. Now, there's so many YouTube channels out there. I'm sure someone's beating me. But T-Jump is high, so he gets a lot of views, and he has a very small number of subs. Atheist Experience, this tells you something, that they're a pretty huge channel, but their views per sub is still pretty good. Wretched Network, that's a Christian channel. That's what's his name? Someone help me in the chat. What's that guy's name? And Michael Lacona, he just started really putting out a lot of content on his channel. He gets pretty good views per sub, over 30%. Trinity Radio, that's Braxton Hunter. He's doing very well on views per sub. He has a very small sub base, but he gets pretty high views for what he's putting out. Inspiring Philosophy, here's another powerhouse, because he's not only getting good views per sub, but he has a huge channel. What is it, like, how many, what does he have? He has 120,000 subscribers. Ray Comfort is actually doing well. Mr. Atheist, unbelievable. Very impressive. Unbelievable is a big channel and still getting pretty good views per sub. Cross-Examined, that's Frank Turek's channel. So I got by the way, this is the top 20 of views per daily average views per sub. Mike Winger, he's doing very well. I just put Joel Osteen in there as a comparison. He's not, I really don't watch him or anything, but he actually does quite well. Paulogia, number of views per sub. Now, keep in mind, like, Paulogia gets way more views than I do, way more. But he has even more subscribers than I do, so views per sub for him is lower. Scholar Fiction, Answers in Genesis, Steve McRae, Paulogia Studios, that's Jeff Durbin and James White now. Bishop Robert Barron, Bart Ehrman. Now, if we were to go just based on brute views per video, on the ones I have here. Let's see. Actually, I'm just going to do it this way. How did Mike Winger end up next to Joel Osteen? Just the stats. So views per video. I put the biggest YouTuber out there, PewDiePie, just as a reference point. PewDiePie gets 5.9 million views per video. And he has 100 million subscribers. It's just insane. John B. Christ, he's a Christian comedian. I actually think he's a Christian. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I shouldn't say that. Never mind. He gets tremendous views per video. So these are basically just raw powerhouses. Joel Osteen, Jacqueline Glenn, Cosmic Skeptic. Cosmic Skeptic actually gets more views per video than Rationality Rules, even though he's a bit smaller of a channel. Cult of Dusty is still doing very well. Mr. Atheist. Ravi Zacharias. Surprised this, considering all the troubles he's had recently, or in the last few years, with falsifying his credentials and rumors of infidelity and all that stuff. He's still getting quite a few views per video. Holy Kool-Aid's doing very well. Bart Ehrman doing very well. Inspiring Philosophy, Aaron Ra. But again, views per video doesn't mean much if you're only producing one video every few months or every other week, compared to someone like PewDiePie. He produces a video every day. Like this guy, PewDiePie is making. Actually, I can tell you what he's making. According to the biggest YouTuber makes about. Yeah, my guess is PewDiePie makes $1 million a month. About $1 million a month he makes. That's just based on views. Merch, he probably makes another $1 million a month. So yeah, the biggest YouTuber PewDiePie probably makes $25 million a year in total, is my guess. Hang on a second. Age of the channel, velocity of new content would be interesting. Active versus stale. Yes, these are mostly just active channels. Like I could have put in inactive channels like Dark Matter and so forth, but they really don't produce much content anymore. So I just went with active channels. Okay, but here's, besides views per video, this is the one that I found very interesting. This is views per video per sub. And so this gives you a flavor of not only how many views per video you get, but it normalizes for how big your channel is. And Bart Ehrman is actually doing quite well. He gets pretty good views per video for the subscriber base that he has. Now, Kwaku, a lot of you don't even know who Kwaku is, but he's a YouTuber that I have interacted with a little bit. He's a Mormon. A young guy, very charismatic, and he gets tremendous views for every video he puts in, and he has a very small subscriber base, so he's doing something right. John B. Christ, he's a powerhouse comedian. T-Jump, look at T-Jump here, pretty new channel. He gets tremendous views for this views per video, considering how small he is as a channel. Paulogia, he's a pretty mid-sized channel. I say anything under 10,000 is a very small channel. Anything between 10 and 100,000 I'll call mid-size. Anything over 100,000 subs is a big channel. Michael Lacona, Holy Kool-Aid, BioLogos, PineCreek, there I am. I beat Cosmic Skeptic and Rationality Rules on views per video per sub. Mr. Deity, he was one of my favorites growing up as I was leaving Christianity. When I say growing up, it makes me feel like a kid, but in my 30s. Inspiring Philosophy, still, as a powerhouse, big channel, he still gets pretty good views per video considering how big he is. Scholar Fiction, Trinity Radio, Cult of Dusty, and so forth. But now I'm interested, I actually haven't done this yet. Let me see. Yeah. So now if you average the average views per sub as a percentage and the views per video per sub, I think you get a good metric of the overall channel strength. And believe it or not, Bart Ehrman is still, he's number one. Kwaku's number two based on this. I gotta start filling. You guys can give me names later, and I gotta start filling this in, and maybe I'll update this because right now I only have like 46 names. John B. Christ, T Jump. T Jump's actually beating Pelagia. Pelagia, and then it's me, Michael Lacona. But what we should do is let me sort this now by just the Christians. So I'm going to go just Christian, and let's look at views per sub. So how many views they get on every day, on an average day, how many views they get considering how big their channel is. Let's see here. It's not working. So views per sub, Wretched Radio is number 1. Why isn't that working? Oh. Yeah, I understand why. Never mind. Okay, but anyhow, I'll just read it out. Wretched Radio, out of the Christian channels that I have here, Wretched Radio is number 1, Michael Lacona number 2, Trinity Radio number 3 at 30%. So they get their average daily views are 30% of their sub base. Inspiring Philosophy, it's amazing, 30% considering how big he is. Living Waters, Ray Comfort, 30%. Unbelievable. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Oh yeah, that's really big. Freeze the pane. Okay, so here we go. This is the column I'm looking at. So Unbelievable. So if, as a YouTuber, if I want to create content and I'm wondering, well, who should I critique? This would be part of the numbers I'd be looking for. Well, look, Wretched Radio, they actually get quite a few views for how big they are. Maybe I should focus on Wretched Radio. Maybe I should focus on Michael Lacona or Trinity Radio, Inspiring Philosophy. I probably wouldn't focus on these guys, Biologos, Reasonable Faith. Reasonable Faith, who's that again? That's William Lane Craig. Yeah, I'm wasting my time with William Lane Craig based on this metric. Hey, thank you, Jay Ritchie. VC money for your new power supply. Bring on the hyperdimensional spreadsheets. Hey, this is Microsoft Excel 2003. This is top notch. Greg Kokel, like the number of views, average daily views, the number of people that they're impacting on a daily level is not that big for these guys down here. But now if I go to views per video per sub, yeah, I should be talking about Quakecu more, or maybe I should focus on Christian comedians. Michael Lacona's still up there. Biologos views, they very rarely put out a video, but when they do, they get hits. So maybe I should have them on my watch list whenever they put out a video. Inspiring Philosophy, Caption Christianity. And so out of the Christians, what's the overall score here? Good job, Quakecu. John B. Christ, I shouldn't really have in here. Good job, Michael Lacona. Inspired Philosophy. I guess I should do more stuff on him. I haven't done much on him. I got one video on him, I think. Unbelievable. It's up there. Mike Winger is sort of in the middle of the pack. He's really changed his goals, though. He's not really an apologetic YouTuber anymore. Yeah, Ravi Zacharias, way down there. Sentinel Apologetics. Sorry, Rob Rowe. Yeah, see, Rob, here's the thing. Let's go back to views per video. No, daily views per sub. See, like Sentinel Apologetics, their daily views per sub is just way lower than mine because they have so many subscribers, but they don't get very many views for those subscribers. So that tells you that the subscriber base for these people down here is not loyal, or they're just preaching to a bit of the choir. The people up here are either getting loyal subscribers or they're actually getting non-Christians to watch. So I don't know which is which, but Wretched Radio, Michael Lacona, Trinity Radio. So if I don't have your name up here and you're watching this, you can compare yourself to these guys. Just put your daily average views from social, what's it called? Social Blade, and then see where you rank compared to these guys. You can freeze frame this. This is as of today, of course. It changes every day, slightly. Definitely every month. So yeah, the top names up here are people who have either loyal subscribers who just can't wait for the content to come out, or they have people who are not subscribers watching. See, in my case, let's go to Atheists here and look at that stat. Yeah. So in my case, I'm a very small channel. I don't even ask for subscribers. I don't ask for likes, but I get pretty high views for the number of subscribers I have. So that means either my subscribers are very loyal or I have a lot of Christians watching. I think it's a combination of both. Same with T-Jump. He probably gets a lot of Christians watching because he interviews a lot of Christians. Atheist Experience, I think they have a pretty loyal fan base, but they probably also get a lot of Christians who'd love to be mad and get agitated, so they watch. Mr. Atheist is doing pretty well. Apologia is doing very well. So out of the Atheist channels, if we look at views per video per sub, Bart Ehrman, T-Jump, Apologia. So yeah, if your name's on this list, take your average daily views divided by the number of videos you have in total, divided by the number of subs, and see if you can beat Apologia or T-Jump. My guess is you can't. My guess is you won't even get close. Holy Kool-Aid's doing well. I'm up there. But like Cosmics, now a lot of this people say it doesn't matter. Look at these two guys, Cosmic Skeptic and Rationality Rules. They're up and coming, big channels. Actually, I think Rationality Rules has taken a hit recently, but for the size of their channel, the fact that they get such high numbers here is tremendous. But look at their daily views per sub, single digits. That's because they're so big that on an average, they're not impacting people that much on a daily basis. But when they put out a video, it hits big and it hits hard. So if Cosmic Skeptic and Rationality Rules could produce daily content, which they can't because their quality is high, but if they could, they could make a lot of money. Okay, let me... PineCreek, you only have loyalty due to bribing viewers with Pine Points. Well, I don't consider it bribery to give out Pine Points because you have to earn it. This is not a socialistic channel. It's not like grace. It's not like Christianity. My channel's about earning your place, whereas Christianity is about God did it all for you. DV Cisco, thank you for the donation. Paul never existed. Prove me wrong. I really don't care, but I think you have a friend in Robert Price. I would think he might agree with you on that one. To me, whether the Apostle Paul existed or not is sort of like whether Socrates existed or not. It doesn't matter. It's that we still have what's attributed to him, the content, the ideas, the philosophies, or whatever, for better or for worse. So let me just go on pure subscribers here. I want to check out a few things. Oh yeah, that's amazing. PewDiePie, 101 million subscribers. Jacqueline Glenn, quite impressive. Atheist Experience. Where's Rationality Rules? Here. What's interesting is that, Cosmic Skeptic and Rationality Rules, they're almost as big as Atheist Experience. Yeah, see, look at, out of all the atheists, T Jump, the one I put in, is the smallest. Yet his views per video, his views per subscribers are tremendous. I want to see PineCreek rank YouTubers by Pine Points. I would have to call the head office in Wichita, Kansas, to get all the Pine Point numbers. But my Nanian, I know you're not in the top 10. I'm sorry, but you're not. Look at the daily views. Every day, 8.7 million people watch. I don't know if these are unique views. Probably not. But it's 8.7 million views. Compared to Atheist Experience. Atheist Experience is nothing compared to PewDiePie. It's kind of, I should get rid of PewDiePie here, but anyhow. Yeah, here's just pure daily views, the rankings. These are just all atheists. I still have it. Yeah. Yeah, so I think if you want to know how you're doing, you look at daily views per sub to see if you're just preaching to the choir or not. Because look at, you don't see Rationality Rules and Cosmic Skeptic up here, right? My guess is most of the people who watch Jacqueline Glenn, Cult of Dusty, Matt Dillahunty's channel, Not the Atheist Experience, The Thinking Atheist, all these, they're just all atheists, mostly all atheists. They're probably fresh new atheists who want to feel secure that, hey, I made the right decision by leaving Christianity. But the people on the top of the list are actually probably impacting people other than just atheists. That's my guess. Nobody knows for sure. Yeah. Views per video. I haven't done that one. Yeah, look at Jacqueline Glenn. Wow, 251,000 views per video. Cosmic Skeptic. Cult of Dusty. Like he's that guy's crazy. But he's funny. He's interesting. He's charismatic. He's engaging. So that's why he does so well. Holy Kool-Aid, Bart Ehrman, Aaron Ra. See, same with Aaron Ra. He looks like Satan, so Christians want to watch and hate him. Sorry, Aaron. See, I'm way down here at views per video because I put out videos quite often. But see, I only have 4,353 views per video. But I only have 6,000 subscribers. So I have a 70% views per video per sub rate. Anthony Magnabosco, he has on average 11,572 views per video. 32% of his sub base. It's not bad. Yeah, see, Anthony, he should get a lot of Christians watching. Daily views per sub percent. That's only 5%. That's interesting. I would have expected that to be higher. Keep in mind, PineCreek, that some channels have other distribution channels like podcasts. That's true, Jay Ritchie. Thanks, Scott. So is there any major either Christian channels or atheist channels that I've forgotten here? I shouldn't even ask that because people are going to start clobbering with like 20, 30, 40 names, and I can't enter all of them here. But there's like what you think it might be a top 10 that I'm obviously missing. I feel like I'm probably missing some. Who is TMM? TMM is the Messianic Maniac. He's been around for a while. Here he is. Let me make this big again. Yeah, he's called the Messianic Maniac, TMM. He has 44,000 subscribers. He gets 5,592 daily views. See, now, remember, daily views for me. Where am I? Oh, yeah, I'm right here. Like, I'm just a little bit smaller than him. I get 3,100 views per day. But his subscriber base is, he has 7 times the subs, but he doesn't have 7 times the daily views. But he's very consistent. TMM is very consistent. The Beat with Alan Parr. Yes. Thank you. Let me put him in. I actually think he does very well. I bet you there's a chance he might be beating all these other Christian channels. Total grade B. Okay, subscribers. He has 70,004. Daily views. 36,000. He has 10 times the views per day. As me. 36,076. Number of uploads. He has 347. That's very similar to me. Let's see if I beat him. Total views. 16 million. Wow. Well done, Alan. 16,625,518. Wow. Wow. Alan, congratulations. Let's see. Let's go compare him to other Christians. By the way, I have done a video on him before. I've asked him to come on my channel, but he refused because he thought I was too stubborn and wouldn't change my mind. But I could say the same back to him, right? Daily views per sub. Alan Parr. Yep, he's number 1. Oh, what's PewDiePie still doing in there? Views per sub, 52%. Wow. So he gets, for the size of the channel he has, he gets tremendous views. He has 70,000 subscribers. I said only, but he has 70,000 subscribers. But for the views he gets, his average daily, he's making an impact, in other words. Either a combination of his loyal subscribers or non-Christians. But my guess is, see, this is why I think Mike Winger's changed his goals. He and Alan Parr are basically just preaching to the choir at this point and said, it's not worth talking to atheists anymore because they're too angry and stubborn and all that sort of thing. So they can make good money just by preaching to the choir. Views per video, 47,912 for Alan Parr, The Beat. Views per video per sub, 68%. So an average 60% score using these two metrics. Yes. See, I shouldn't really even count John B. Chris, but Alan Parr is only second to Kwaku, who's a Mormon. And part of the reason why I think Quake is doing so well is because it's a pretty empty market for Mormonism type YouTube channels. Because, yeah, I think they're just starting to defend themselves like the Christians, the regular evangelical type Christians. Darkin says you have to double the views for Christians because they have the Holy Ghost in them. But yeah, good suggestion. Was it Ayesha who said Alan Parr? Yeah, he's a good one that I've actually talked about in the past and that I missed. Is there any atheist channels I'm missing that are obviously... Did you hand enter all these stats? Yeah, I did hand enter all these. It doesn't take very long. Adam says, when Jesus watches your video, does it count as 1 view or 3? 3,333 pine points to Adam. That's the funniest thing I've heard all week on my channel. When Jesus watches my channel, does it count as 3 views or 1? That's a question. I'm going to say Inspiring Philosophy should answer that question. Yeah, and when I think Jesus watches Christian channels more than atheist channels, so that's how Christians get high views. That's how Inspiring Philosophy gets his views, because it's Jesus watches every video of his many times over, times 3, the Trinity. I got Rachel Oates, Mike Winter. Oh, no, I don't. I don't have Rachel Oates and Logic. I don't think those guys are going to... Well, maybe Logic. You think Rachel Oates is going to be high? No. Okay, here's why. Logic, he has a big... Let me put the numbers in here. He has 124,000 subs. Wow, why is it doing that? He has 124,000 subs. But his average daily views is only 8,214. I look at that and I say, without being too conceited or too arrogant, I'm doing better than him. Because I have 6,000 subs and I get 3,000 views, 3,100 or 3,200. He has... No, I have 6,000 subs. He has 124,000 subs, and he only gets like 2.5 times the views as me on every day. Okay, but see how many uploads he has. Now let's adjust it for the number of videos. Yeah, see, he doesn't put out as much content as me. He has only 198 videos. His total views are 17,474,306. Yeah, so whereas I'm at 50% daily views per sub, he's at 7%. But he gets 88,000 views per video. I only get around 4,200. But you know, his views per video per sub is pretty good. So his overall score is pretty good. So let's let's go back to let's compare atheists. Atheists only. Average of the 2 metrics, descending. Yeah, Logic is 39%. Logic is not as good as me and Apologia, or Holy Kool-Aid, or T-Jump, but he's pretty good. Prophet of Zod. I prefer PineCreek's channel to Logic, and that's what's important. Well, you know what? If you are an atheist thinking of starting your own YouTube channel, do not put the word atheist in the title. Do not put anything resembling what your channel's about. I know there's probably going to be people who disagree with me vehemently. If you're an atheist putting out atheist content, call your channel Apple Pie or Bicycle Tires. It doesn't matter. But you're going to automatically have a negative stigma in the United States if you do that. Now, you're going to pick up a lot of 20 to 30-year-old newly minted atheists, angry kids who want to watch your content. Maybe that's what you're going for. But if you actually want to change the world, if you want to change the world and impact the world, take atheists out of your title. Thunderfoot, yes, Mine Onion. Thunderfoot is going to beat everybody here. I don't know why I didn't put him in here. Maybe not. I could be wrong. Let's see if Thunderfoot beats Pelagia. Oh, he has a weird... It's not O's, it's zeros, right? On foot. Yeah, here he is. He's an atheist. He has... Wow, he's grown. 876,000 subs. He does mostly science stuff. Like, I would say his anti-Christian stuff, if you want to call it that, is by far the minority. Although he has a great Why People Laugh at Creationists playlist. Daily views are, wow, 58,000 people watch him on average every day. Assuming they only watch once each. Number of uploads. He's been around a while. 802. He's been around for at least 15 years is my guess. 10 at least. Total views. Wow. 248,372,460. It's not as good as I thought. 7% views per sub, 35% video views per video per sub. So his overall score is 21%. Let's see. Where does he rank here? Yeah, he's way down there. So yeah, me and Pelagia, we beat Thunderfoot. But we don't beat him on this metric. Scroll down. No, that's not the one. Views per video. Yeah, forget about PewDiePie. He shouldn't be in here. Thunderfoot, yeah. Next, he's the powerhouse, if you're going to lump him in with the atheists. I don't think he even likes that, to be lumped in. He beats Jacqueline Glenn. I know copy and paste shortcuts. There was nothing to copy and paste here because I'm pulling it from a web-based thing, and the font is screwed. If you knew, yeah, never mind. Don't get me riled up, Brian Dill. Yeah, Pelagia is good, Rocksteady, and I'm not just saying that because he's a Mennonite, like former Mennonite like me. What was the overall Christian scores again? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mormon, comedian, let's ignore those. Alan Parr's #1 in my books. Then Michael Licona, Inspiring Philosophy, unbelievable, with Justin Brierley. Braxton Hunter, congratulations. You made the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you got a new channel. Doing well. Joakim West. Look up Scholar Fiction. He's great. He debates. I got Scholar Fiction in here. Oh, he's not a Christian, though. Here he is. He has 5,180 subscribers. But here's the problem. He only gets about 1,000 views per day. I get 3,000 views per day, so I get 3 times the average views per day. He has about the same number of uploads as me. Total views is smaller. Yeah, so his overall score is not bad, though, 35%. So compared to Pelagia's at 61, I'm at 60. Yeah, Hugo and Jake's probably up there. But you know what? I don't want to enter in too many more. But people can do this on their own. If you're a YouTuber, you've probably already done this. But the value added that I'm providing here is this. I got all these ratios calculated for you. So here's that's probably too small, right? So if you're a YouTuber and you want to know, if you're an atheist YouTuber and you want to know where you rank, instead of having to calculate all of them yourself, here's a whole bunch of atheists. Let me scroll to the right so you can freeze frame this, pause it, and see how you rank based on these metrics. Same with you Christians. If you want to know where you're at, we've done a lot of the work for you. You can compare, see where you rank. Just put in your own numbers. Take daily views divided by subs, convert it to percent, and see where you rank compared to these other Christians. Take your views per video divided by your sub base, see where you rank against other Christians. Average those two scores, a column G and I, see where you rank with these other Christians. Share this spreadsheet out in show notes, please. I guess I could. But you know, I've been hurt. I've been hurt in the past, Brian Dale, about sharing stuff that I've made, because it always ends up biting you in the butt. But you did this wrong. You gotta do this, and it's like it's not worth the trouble. It's like, if you find value in this, just you can get it off the screen. And if you think this is all wrong, that's fine. Just ignore it then. I only have 5 subscribers. Put 0 in every column for me. Oh, sorry. I got to show that. Google Docs. Yeah, I could put it in Google Docs. Yeah, let me think about it. The official PineCreek Christianity leaderboard. Maybe I'll do one more. Is there another Christian other than Alan Parr that I missed that you think should be in here? Like, look at John Piper. 12%. That's not that great. Yeah, sorry, John Piper. As far as your YouTube channel goes, you're not good. Not good at all. See, and William Lane Craig. Like, William Lane Craig has 2 channels, so I don't know how hard I should be on him. But on a daily average basis, you're not impacting that many people. I mean, as a percent of your subscriber base, you have a lot of subs, but they're not watching your content. This could actually be a metric of a dying channel. And then, yeah, considering how many videos you produce, all these channels on the bottom for Christians, like I would, even Cold Case, J. Warner Wallace, these are not strong channels in my opinion, based on these metrics. These are the strong channels. Even BioLogos, they hardly put out content, but when they do, people watch. I do have Living Waters. Living Waters is Ray Comfort. Yeah, here he is. What's his overall score? 19%, not that great. But his daily views per sub are pretty good. Actually, quite good. Let me sort that way. Ignore PewDiePie. I don't know why he keeps coming up. Because he's number 1. That's why he keeps coming up. Alan Parr, Wretched Network, Thunder. What? Do I have atheists in here? Yeah, that chart's not working. So, but what Ray Comfort does well is he's impacting a lot of people on a daily basis. His average daily views is 30% of his sub base. That's pretty high. Not as high as Apologia or me. Only Alan Parr beats. That's interesting. Only Alan Parr, the beat with Alan Parr beats me and Apologia here. And T-Jump. Oh, Apologia, you're actually at 21%. Yeah, there's probably a lot of old people who donate to. By the way, if you want to make money as a YouTuber, as a Christian, you got to target where the money is, and that's the people with no hair or white hair, the older people. So if you are a young Christian YouTuber who wants to make money, Start going into churches, and you're going to be giving presentations in front of a whole bunch of old people, and you need to scare them that if there isn't more apologetics, i.e. evangelism, more Christians are going to leave the faith, and that means more people go to hell. So give me your money. Help support me. That's what you need to do. If you want to squeeze out every dollar you can out of your YouTube channel, you're going to need the support of the old farts. What do you mean? Rai Rez. Very good. I apologize. I did not put what is it? Is it that's a horrible name. It's clever, but it's still horrible because how do you even spell it? What did you spell it right? Is it Wada? Wada ya you or is it ya? I don't know. Okay, let me see if I can find them. This might be my last one. What do you meme? Let's see how he ranks compared to his peers. No, it isn't. Yeah, it is you. So it's what do? What do you meme? I apologize. What do you mean? Because, I'm over 45. Okay, he's a Christian, so he tells us. And he has 38,900 subs. So he's about as big as Apologia. So I'm going to compare Apologia with What Do You Meme after this because they're about the same size. Daily views, 6,000. I am better than What Do You Meme based on that metric. 6,311 average daily views. Number of uploads. How active is he? 161. Not as active as me, but still pretty active. Total views. Okay, he wants me to copy and paste Brian Dill. Let's see if it's actually going to work because of the formatting. Is that right? Yeah. Oh, it did work. I thought you can tell the formatting is different, but that doesn't matter. Thank you, Brian Dill. My apologies. Please forgive me. 1,000 Pine Points to you. Okay. Views per video. Oh, I gotta. Not too shabby. Okay, let's compare What Do You Meme with Apologia. Daily views per sub, 16%. Well, I want to make sure that they're the same size. What Do You Meme has 38,900. And what does Apologia have? Yeah, 35,600. So Apologia average daily views per sub is 21%. What Do You Memes is 16. So Apologia beats him. Apologia's views per video per sub is 101%. That's excellent. Excellent. Only Bart Ehrman, I think, beats Apologia. 101%. Views per video per sub. What Do You Meme is only at 44%. So What Do You Meme's average score is 30%. So how does What Do You Meme rank compared to all the other Christian or these Christian channels? Kwaku, the Mormons, number 1. John B. Chris, Alan Parr. So What Do You Meme is down here. So What Do You Meme? Your buddy Cameron Bertuzzi is beating you on my average score here. Trinity, even Braxton Hunter's beating you. Unbelievable. Inspiring philosophy. You got some work to do. What do you mean? Don't let these guys beat you. But of course, what was your score? It was 31% overall. What was it? Let's see which atheist channels beat. What do you mean? 30% was your average score. Let's look at the atheists. Make sure it's sorted Bart Ehrman beats What Do You Mean? T-Jump beats What Do You Mean? Paulogia beats What Do You Mean? PineCreek does. Holy Kool-Aid. Sorry. You beat Atheist Experience, What Do You Mean? But you don't even beat Mr. Deity. I shouldn't say even. Mr. Deity is good. Very good quality content. Sanjeev, you do better based on your own selected metric. Shouldn't this be data mining? No, Sanjeev. No, it's not data mining because I am only really good on one metric. I'm pretty good on the others. On other metrics that you probably came late. I forgive you, Sanjeev. I forgive you because you probably came late and didn't see. I suck at the number of subscribers. I suck at the number of views per video. I'm willing to admit that. But my goals are different than other channels. My goal is not to make money. My goal is not to have a whole bunch of subscribers. My goal is to have fun. And if you've watched any of my content, which you have, you notice that I have lots of fun. Let me start the music and I'll answer some questions here. The reason why I use these percentages, though, and I think is a good metric, because it accounts for the size of the channel. Thank you, Joakim. I was not aware that... What, Chris, Date, and Jonathan of Rethinking Help responded to you? Oh, yeah, I knew that. I was aware. Yeah, Jordan Peterson would be a good guy to put in there. See how he ranks. Yes, Titanicus. I score very high on the Applebee's metric. Nobody has donated for me to go to Applebee's, or for YouTubers to go to Applebee's, more than PineCreek. Rob, I'm not surprised I'm not bigger than I am because I've told people to go away on my channel. I actively tell people to click off my channel. I have never, as far as I can remember, I have never asked for subs. I've never asked for likes. I spend 30 seconds or less on my thumbnails. I do everything wrong. Everything you're supposed to do as a YouTuber, I do not do, except for maybe produce a lot of content. So it's not surprising. I might start asking for subs once I reach 10,000 subs, because then I'll have a really loyal base. And then have I heard of Rod Saunders of the channel June Greek? Yes, I just was made aware of him recently. I've watched, I don't know, 5 minutes of one video. Thank you, Rob. Does Applebee's have a patty melt? Yes, I think they do. I got time for one more round of questions. Ask me anything you want in the next 2 minutes, 48 seconds. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. Is Cameron Bertuzzi in the live stream chat? I have him blocked because he's blocked me. I block anybody who blocks me first. So if he's asking me something, I can't see it. Disembodied Dead. I appreciate that you undersell your channel begging for likes and subs. Yeah, I understand why people do it, but it's partly how I was raised. My dad taught me as a businessman to be fair, be honest as you can, and produce the best content that you can, and treat people well, and then the word spreads. What about views from your non-subscribers? Hans, great question, but this is what this metric does. Daily views per sub. My theory is that if your daily views per sub are high, that you either have a very loyal subscriber base or you're getting people, Christians, watching your channel. And if you're a Christian channel, you're getting non-Christians watching your channel if you have pretty good views per sub. Did you ever watch Non-Stamp Collector? Yes. And Theremin Trees, yes, I have watched them. I have been a little more active on Twitter recently. Rank channels by bumper music, good idea. I have both the worst and the best bumper music in the industry. For people who love this music that I'm playing right now, it's great. For people who don't love it, they have to sit through 2 minutes of torture if they don't know how to fast forward. So it encourages loyalty. Doug Cameron wants to know how he can grow his channel. Pray. If Cameron Bertuzzi wants to grow his channel, get on your knees and pray. I know I said I would only do one more round, but this is too much fun. Doug was banned from our Facebook page by our moderator team. That has nothing to do with YouTube. It doesn't matter if it has anything to do with YouTube. If I'm banned anywhere on any social medium by someone, I ban them back on every platform. In fact, sometimes I've considered if a Christian bans me or blocks me, that I'll take the Israeli route and just at random block 5 Christians. I like the Yahweh method of blocking. I will punish other Christians for the sins of one Christian, just like Yahweh did with Adam and Eve. But there's hope. If Cameron Bertuzzi wants to be unblocked, number 1, unblock me. Number 2, wait I usually have a 3-month cooling down period, and then he can ask to come to be unblocked. Yeah, if you want more views as a Christian, pray to God. No, I don't like death metal. I'm a positive, young, rural, Canadian farm boy who would rather listen to, I dare say, Southern gospel than death metal. Those are the two opposites, right? Death metal and Southern gospel. Going to hell versus going to heaven. Can't wait. Yes, that's right, Mine Onion. I practice substitutional blocking. I have learned through the scriptures how to block. Very good, Brian Dale. I will consider that. I might unblock every 7th year to give the Christian YouTubers a rest. Original sin against PineCreek. Yes, it's a real thing. Well, hopefully the Christian YouTubers found this entertaining. Hopefully it engenders some infighting and some healthy competition. Poof! Have a great weekend, everyone. It's Friday already. Take care.